Hi everyone, I'm Ryan and I'm working with Emma and Andy on Check's Break. There have been significant advancements in developing deep learning algorithms for automatic chest X-ray interpretation. However, while these models make accurate predictions on most X-rays drawn from the same distribution, a major barrier to adoption of chest X-ray models to clinical setting is a lack of understanding about their failures. Identifying patient subgroups and chest X-ray images with a higher likelihood of misclassification may help protect against inaccurate diagnosis and determine when decisions should be deferred to downstream experts. In our first set of experiments, we tried to identify patient subgroups that were most frequently misclassified by top-performing chest X-ray models. In real-world settings, radiologists make use of additional information, including the X-ray, such as the clinical data of the patients. To determine how useful the side information is, we develop logistic regression statistical models and evaluate statistical significance with odds ratio and p-values. We considered these 5 clinical features on model misclassification. By a p-value test, the patient's age and the number of lateral views were most significant predictors for misclassification. Next, we consider these 13 other radiological findings as features for predicting misclassification. Our findings suggest that there's a significant relationship between the presence of some radiological findings and the misclassification likelihood of a disease. The experiment also demonstrates the potential to use the predictions of a model on other radiological findings to predict the misclassification on a single disease at a time.
We also perform an investigation on 10 high-performing chest X-ray models, develop a framework that can identify misclassification with additional data available at inference time, i.e. without retraining. The experiment's motivated by the idea that A, model outputs may reflect confidence in its prediction, and B, data obtained after model development could be useful for predicting mistakes. We train live GBM classifiers with 3 different types of input data along with a baseline. We then evaluate each identifier by computing the AROC averaged over the 10 Checksper models. We find that the same label and all labels identifiers perform very similarly and score the highest AROC across all diseases, achieving high discrimination on pleural effusion, consolidation, and edema. In the real-life clinical setting, a high-performance identifier could be used to suggest that a radiologist verified the prediction of a Checksper model when its likelihood of misclassification is significant.
Can we improve the original Checkspread model's performance by flipping the results are likely to be wrong? To answer this question, we need to find a threshold for the misclassification prediction score. If a study has a score above this threshold, we'll flip its prediction for the presence of the disease to the opposite. Flipping incorrectly, however, can introduce even more error. As a solution, we've developed an algorithm to determine the threshold and to decide when to flip. Here's our result. Flipping according to the prediction of the same label misclassification identifier gives us an F1 improvement in consolidation and the means of all diseases averaged on all Checkspread models. Flipping according to the prediction of the all labels identifier gives us an F1 improvement in edema. Our methods are generalizable and we hope they can help build trust in AI and healthcare.